Hello friends, welcome back to the Mothership. Today we're going to be cooking up our very own closed burgers. Let's get started. Alright, now this process to make our dough is going to take a couple hours, so you want to get that started obviously with plenty of time. We're going to start with our flour. I'm going to have all the amounts down below. Then we're going to toss in our salt, some sugar, our instant yeast, and then we're going to toss an egg in, and our water. With that, let's give it a little quick mix. All right, that needed for about 5 minutes or so. Let's add in our butter, and then let's go for another 5 to 10 minutes. That should get it exactly where we want it. All right, that's it. Now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover this bowl, put it somewhere nice and warm, and let it sit for about an hour or two, and let this dough just double in size. Dough is still rising. We're getting close though. So I think at this point I need to make some burgers. I also just threw some bacon in, so we're gonna toss some bacon in here too. Now for meat choice, I am definitely on the side of like 85, 80 for burgers. You want that fat. But for this particular burger, we don't want a lot of moisture inside. That just does not help the dough to actually rise correctly. So I'm actually going with 90, which like I said, not my usual. I'm not really a 90 kind of guy, but in this instance, that's what we're gonna go with. I'm gonna basically cut these into half, or quarters, excuse me. These will be about quarter-sized burgers. I'm not going crazy because I'm not measuring, because I'm lazy right now. And these will be about the size of our patties. Let's quickly shape them up here. Perfect. I've had a couple burger press over the years, honestly, and I gotta say, I do like this meat one a lot. I think this is the one that I've had the longest probably at this point. The one at least I use the most. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't have a code or anything like that. But if you're looking for a good press, I like this meat one. It's held up for me putting it in the washing machine, which I don't think it was supposed to. But the dishwasher seems to not be an issue for it. And then also they have these parchment paper things, freezer paper, which is super useful, so you don't have to clean as much. But little plug there. There we go. All right, now I'm going to just salt them and then just put them in the fridge, let them rest a little bit, and then we'll come back when we actually just want to cook them off. Our beautiful dough has had plenty of time to rise. As you can see, it's nice and fluffy. I'm only going to use about half of this. There's only 2 of us, and I'm just gonna make 2 burgers here. I'm gonna save the rest. I wanna try and make some normal burgers maybe with them. I also have no idea where my little dough slicer thing is. It's one of the worst things about moving, which if you're following this channel, you know I did fairly recently. I don't know where anything is. Everything is just gone. It's somewhere in a box. I'll find it eventually. But break these into about 4 equal pieces. If you're making 4 burgers, this would be for 4 burgers. We are just gonna put 2 of these aside. And then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll them out into about 8 inches or so, something like that. That should give me enough space to put a burger in and then fold it over the top. I also am starting the burgers right now. We want to cook the burgers first. We're only going to be baking these for like 15 to 20 minutes, which is not going to be enough time for the heat to penetrate and actually cook a burger. So the burger's getting pre-cooked. I can show you guys how to make a burger, but I'm sure you guys are all aware. You just throw it on the grill and watch it and then take it off. Although I'm not sure I've actually ever done burgers. Maybe I should show you guys how to do burgers, or at least how I do them. But either way, cook the burgers right now. And then for the dough, what we're going to do, so I'm going to take a little bit of flour, put it on my rolling pin here, just a little bit. Put one of these dough balls on there, and we are just going to roll it out. Doesn't need to be super thin. We're mostly looking for size here. And I'm not a baker, so this will not be a perfect circle. If you're a good baker, you can judge me on my technique here, but my wife is a good baker. That's perfect. That's about the size I want. I'm gonna flip her over. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm still cooking the burgers, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a burger here, put some cheese, and we're just gonna fold it over top and close it, flip it over, and then it's going to go into a proofing oven. So if your oven has a proof setting, get that sucker turned on right now. All right, we'll come back in a few seconds when the burgers are done. Burgies are done, so we're going to take some American cheese, which is the superior cheese for burgers. I will die on that hill. I do like the yellow more, but my wife bought the white one for some reason. So, American cheese, a little patty, bacon, another piece of cheese, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to fold it over top. And then try and seal it as best we can on the top. Like so. I just don't want it to open while it's cooking. Perfect. Then I'm going to flip it over like that. I'm just going to go into a parchment paper lined tray. That's what we're going to actually cook it in. Like I said, I have my oven on proof mode, so we're going to leave it in there while we get the smoker up and running. Target temperature is 350 degrees. Smoker is up to temp, so the last step we're going to do is just give it a little egg wash, which this is just an egg, and I'm just going to brush it over the top. That's going to give it a nice color and make everything pretty. And then optional, you could put some sesame seeds on there or just a little bit of salt, which is what I'm going to do. Perfect. Now let's go outside and toss these onto the smoker. All right, it is very bright out here, so hopefully this works. Basically, bottom shelf of the smoker, 350 degrees like I said, and we're just running them until these turn into the color and consistency we're looking for. We're just cooking the dough, so between 15 and 20 minutes, keeping an eye on it. We want them to get nice and golden brown, and that's it. About 20 minutes later, and these suckers are now done. I just cut one open, and you can see it is juicy, it is cheesy. It looks amazing. I mean, what's not to like about that? That looks amazing. Now, you could absolutely put some more stuff in there. You could put pickles, you could put onions. I probably wouldn't do lettuce, maybe not tomato. Tomato might be too much liquid, but if you're doing like a good heirloom tomato that doesn't have a ton of just that inside pulp, sure, that would probably work. But what I want to do here is just try it out, see how it looks. And I mean, this looks like it's gonna be really, really delicious, if I'm being completely honest. A lot of cheese, the burger looks great. Like I said before, you gotta cook the burger first. It is not gonna cook inside this bun. It's just not gonna happen. There's not enough time for the heat to penetrate. So get it to your whatever doneness you want. It's not gonna cook anymore. So this is like a medium rare burger. If you wanted a well done, do well done, that kind of thing. It's not gonna cook further past that point. As far as what I'm gonna eat it with, I did make a little burger sauce. I'll have a link down below. We do burger sauces here. It's not super difficult. It's basically just mayonnaise, ketchup, relish, and some onion, some garlic, and apple cider vinegar. But what really matters here, guys, is how does it taste? So let's get some of our burger sauce. Let's just put it on top there. Let's get the old-fashioned chomp. This is gonna be warm. That is fantastic. That is a burger. That is a homemade bun. This is interesting. It's really cool to have it cooked around like that. It's very cheesy. Everything is just kind of come together. The bun is fantastic. I mean, the dough itself, really, really good. It's not super smoky. Didn't expect it to be. I mean, we're just throwing on the pellet grill 350. And we know that the pellet grill does not produce a lot of smoke at that high temperature. You're basically just baking it. But we have the pellet grill. We don't need to heat up our oven. We can just use that outside. This is fantastic. It is a lot of work, obviously, to make the dough and all that kind of stuff when you could probably just use the same dough and turn it into buns, which is what I'm doing with the other two pieces. But if you're looking for something interesting to do, a different style of burger, and you could absolutely load this up with all kinds of stuff in there, which I might do in the future, maybe peppers and onions type of burger, something like that. This is definitely worth trying. It's a fun take on the burger, and it is super delicious. Everything is so juicy and cheesy. I am very much going to enjoy this for lunch today. Let me know down below, have you guys ever cooked anything like this? Is it worth the effort, in your opinion? I highly recommend just experimenting with stuff like this and give it a try. Maybe not do it for every burger, because the best thing about burgers is they cook really quickly, and it's kind of one of the main reasons why people like to cook burgers. But absolutely give this one a try. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear what you guys are doing, but most importantly, get out there and cook something absolutely fantastic, and I'll catch you on the next UFO barbecue. Bye-bye.